In 2022, I struggled with feeling down and depressed all the time. I tried for 2 years to find a solution and to get out of this state, but it took way longer than expected. Now, in 2025, I wake up at 5 am every single day. I've gone to the gym consistently for 2 entire years. I've grown my YouTube channel from 0 to 800 subs, and I do 11 good habits daily. And finally, when I look in the mirror, I actually feel genuine happiness and pride. After watching this video, you have all the knowledge and systems I wish my younger self would have had 3 years ago when he tried to solve the exact same problem that you're having right now. So first of all, you need to understand that if nothing changes, nothing changes. This is such an important quote, and once I learned it, it always changed my life, because let's be honest, you've probably been watching endless YouTube videos. You've been watching so many self-improvement videos before I came up here with this one, and you still keep just flicking onto the next one. At this point, bro, let's just be honest, you probably already know what to do, but it's not going to help you watching another video. Again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you keep watching video after video after video, sure, you might become a little bit more knowledgeable, but if you never try it yourself, it won't matter. The only way to genuinely improve is to level up your action taking skill. It's the only thing that matters. If there's only one thing you could level up, it would be your action taking skill, because it doesn't matter how much knowledge you get. If you never apply any of it, your life is not going to change. You're still going to be the guy watching endless YouTube all day. You're still going to be the guy sat at home doing nothing. If you never meditate like I tell you, if you never go to the gym, if you never gratitude journal, if you never stay away from your phone, if you never implement this advice, your life won't change. And so even though the small changes you make are very, very small, maybe you do 1 line of gratitude journaling, maybe you do 10 seconds of meditation, it doesn't matter, because at least you're taking action. 10 seconds of meditation is way better than the guy who doesn't even do anything. You literally gone from 0 effort to just some effort. That's like 0 to 100 basically. It's not about, having the perfect start. It's not about perfectionism. It's not about, knowing the exact system once you start. You just start, bro. That's the entire fucking point. You start and then you figure it out. Start small. And then slowly you get more knowledge. You learn from your own mistakes. The guy who just goes ahead and tries, compared to the guy who never tries because he thinks he needs to watch another video, he'll get way further because he actually did something. Let's be honest, bro, you probably already know what to do to get out of this depressive state right now. But since you've already chosen to click onto this video, I will though give you my simple and actionable system to follow, which I'll explain right now. But promise me, bro, after this video, you actually take action and you stop procrastinating. So, here is my depression destroying morning routine. So until now, you've lived a life with this dopamine depression where you watch porn all day, it fries your dopamine receptors, you can't stop scrolling, you feel no attention span, you can't do shit, you can't concentrate on your homework, you can't even fucking wait for 5 minutes for the bus because you have to pick up your phone and start scrolling, you can't do anything hard because it just doesn't feel as comfortable scrolling. You don't want to work on anything, you don't want to achieve anything because you can just play video games and achieve it all there. So, this morning routine will reverse the effects that all these things had on you. All these evil companies will do anything to hook your attention and make your life worse. But here is the morning routine that I've figured out which will reverse the effects. It's a very simple 4-habit morning routine that you can literally start tomorrow. So the first step is wake up, go take a piss, whatever you do right when you wake up, and then immediately gratitude journal. Pick out your notebook, actually, or maybe even kind of half asleep, and you just write down I write down 5 lines, but you can just write out one line of gratitude journaling. Just write down, I am grateful for my family, I am grateful for my water bottle, I'm grateful for the dinner that I had yesterday. Just write down something. And the reason why we do this is because instead of fucking waking up and the first thing you're doing is grabbing your phone, going onto TikTok and seeing, oh yeah, Charlie Kirk got killed and 5 people in Gaza has been killed, and oh yeah, neo-Nazism is on the rise, all this dangerous shit which just fries your brain and makes you anxious. Instead, you start your day out with gratitude, with genuine happiness, with appreciation of what you have, what you've gotten. Do you think our ancestors woke up and the first thing they heard about was, oh yeah, somebody died? oh yeah, these is happening, these catastrophic events. No, the first thing they woke up to was just nature, the sun, and their family. They did not worry about 5 people being killed next to them. And that's what your brain thinks when it sees that on TikTok. It thinks, oh yeah, somebody I know got killed, because it can't really tell the difference. Seeing it on your phone or in real life doesn't really know what the fuck is going on. So instead of starting the day out with being anxious, we do the opposite. We start the day with gratitude, with joy, and soon, once you get into the habit of doing this, your mornings will start to be associated with gratitude. You start to relate to waking up with being grateful, because you just gratitude journal so much when you're waking up. Now, the next habit we do once you're finished with gratitude journaling is meditation. And you've heard a lot about this, but let me just quickly explain how meditation works and why the fuck we even do it. So first of all, how does meditation work? Well, basically, the easiest way to do it is to just focus on your breath. You sit down, you close your eyes, and you start just focusing on how your breath is moving, in and out throughout your nose. And then suddenly your brain unfocuses and it starts thinking about, what you had to eat or what you're going to do later or whatever, right? And then at some point you get like a realization, shit bro, I forgot to focus on my breath. And then you bring your attention back to the breath. And it's that bringing your attention back, that's the practice of meditation. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to improve coming back into the present moment. Not staying focused on the breath for longer, but just being quicker at realizing that we've fallen deep into thought. And the reason why we want to do this is to train ourselves to not constantly be deep in thought anxious, but also when we start scrolling mindlessly, because let's be honest bro, often when we take out our phone, it's just randomly we just already got TikTok open. So the reason why we meditate is to train ourselves to be more in the present moment, to be more conscious of what we're doing, because the reason why your life is so horrible right now is because you're just on autopilot. You're not even thinking about the bad decisions that you're making. So we want to actually make you aware of what you're doing, aware of every time you're pulling out your phone to scroll TikTok. So yeah, meditate. I'd recommend using an app called Medito, the one that I've been using all throughout my self-improvement journey. It's completely free. You can just do the 3-minute meditation timer in there. It's like a guided meditation, daily meditation, really nice. That's the smallest amount. If you can't do that, try to just stick for it for as long as possible. Just as long as you do the meditation, that's progress, because right now you're not meditating. Now the next habit is again to try and replicate what our ancestors did, because they were very in connection with nature and we're very disconnected. Think about, when was the last time that you genuinely went out into nature? Let's be honest bro, we spend all day inside. We go to school, we sit inside there all day looking at a computer, we come home, we doom scroll our phone and play video games. We never fucking go outside. But our ancestors, they'd be outside, literally they'd wake up in a cave and then they'd go outside and they're in nature. So the best way to do this is, once you're finished with your meditation, you go outside into your backyard, maybe your front yard, wherever the sun is. You try to look up at the sky, get a little sun, looking at flowers, the bushes, the grass in your garden, just appreciating nature, grounding there, feeling all happy, maybe even doing a bit of gratitude in the garden, saying, oh yeah, I'm grateful for these flowers, I'm grateful for the grass, I'm grateful for the sun shining on me, just getting some sunlight in your eyes. It's a really good way to get natural dopamine instead of the fake bullshit from your phone, and actually do real human shit that makes you feel better. Because let's be honest, when was the last time you were climbing a tree, you were in nature and you were depressed? I bet you can't recall one time, because I fucking can't. It's when you're in that primal natural environment, we just feel at peace, listening to the birds, the trees ruffling in the wind, the green colours, just the natural feeling of being outside instead of scrolling. There's just something about it. I know it's hard to explain, right? But you know what I mean. And then the last habit is something that I know you've been neglecting, your physical health. And don't worry, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, do some skipping for 20 minutes because that's what I try to do at first, or go to the gym for 1.5 hours in the morning. No. You're a beginner. So I just recommend what I did a couple years ago, doing just 10 push-ups every morning in your room. At least make it some exercise that's easy for you to do, that you can do in your room, because then you won't skip it. I recommend just doing 10 push-ups. If you can only do 5, try that. Even do them on your knees. I started doing them on my knees because I was so weak back then. And yeah, it's a very good way to get the blood flowing, to get you woken up. Maybe you feel tired in the morning, it's a good way to get that blood flowing, and you get your first little win because you're active, you're starting to see yourself as somebody who actually works out. You got that first win, you're already on 10 push-ups. it's just a nice extra feeling, because a big part of improving our mental health is also improving our physical health, because we've always like ingrained into our identity that we're not really the guy who goes to the gym. In fact, that was like the thing for me, you know. I never considered myself like active or an athlete. And I remember literally the day that I started in the gym, the day that I started working out, I already felt like I had like become the guy who goes to the gym. Just the mindset change, it gave me so much more confidence, and that's why I urge you to do these 10 push-ups every day. As you can tell, this is a very simple morning routine, and it probably only takes like 10-20 minutes if you're like doing a lot. It's very, very simple, but trust me bro, it changed your life so much. And one last thing I want to say is, make sure that you don't use your phone throughout this. Never, like, don't use your phone throughout this. You can wait like 10-20 minutes, please bro. Wait 10-20 minutes with your phone, only use it for the meditation, and then just do the rest analog and try to enjoy your morning. Now that you know what habits we're going to do, an easy way to make this kind of like a habit and easier to follow is to go on your phone notes and just write down a timetable, just like in school where we know exactly when we're going to do everything. Just write down when you're going to wake up, when you're going to meditate, when you're going to do your push-ups, when you're going to do your gratitude journaling, when you're going to go outside into nature. Write down those 4 things, just like the time, so that immediately when you wake up, you don't need to think about it, you don't need to be confused, you can just look at the timetable and immediately go do it. The reason why the timetable works so well is because when we're confused, we'll often do the easiest thing, which is scrolling. And so now that we instead make it very easy to understand what we're going to do, it's going to be way easier to do this kind of like harder thing by doing these habits. And if you literally want to get day by day accountability, like a 30-day video program where I tell you what to do exactly every single day to improve your life from like 0 to 100 and actually start feeling proud of yourself again and break free from this depression, then I'm going to drop something in the start of October, and I think you'll really like it. You get more information in my free self-improvement brotherhood. I'll share more information on this there, so I hope to see you in there. So now let's move on to real fun dopamine activities, because until now you've been scrolling for fun, you've been playing video games. So here are some of the activities that I started doing a couple years ago to start getting real natural dopamine and start having fun like our ancestors who actually lived a happy and peaceful life. First one is just playing. This sounds so dumb, and I don't mean you have to like find your Legos again, but you could just go outside, play football with your mates, maybe go into the forest. I even climb trees, bro. It sounds so awkward, and we tell people our age, me and my friend, they're like looking at us like, bro, what? Why don't you just go out drinking on the weekend? And we're like, oh yeah, it's another one of these gooners, right? But bro, try climbing a tree and you'll get your childlike happiness back, you know. The reason why nobody is happy like they were when they were a kid is because they don't do the shit they did when they were a kid. Try and go out playing, climb a tree, fight with a stick. It feels awkward at first, but it's actually kind of fun. And nobody has ever been depressed while climbing a tree, just like I said. And if you feel that is a bit too like awkward and you don't really want to do that, then you can just go for a walk. Just be in nature. Walk around, lay in the grass, look at some trees. Those are like real fun, peaceful activities. Do it with your family, do it with your friend. Just talk about some fun things. Do these things in nature. Like, the best tool is nature. And one other thing that you can also do is working out. It just gives you that like real accomplished feeling like you're actually doing something. You're pushing hard. You're grunting. You're doing something purposeful. Your future self will love you for this. And afterwards you just feel so good, like you're this athlete, like you're doing something that will actually benefit your life. Working out is not always fun, you know, when you're unmotivated. Afterwards, it's so nice. And if you go ahead and do it with like a gym bro, it's even more fun because you have fun in the gym whilst also training. I want to end off this part of the video by saying that everybody talks about childlike happiness, as I just said before. And the reason why nobody has it is because they don't do what they did when they were kids. It's because you don't climb trees that you don't feel happy. It's because you don't play. It's because you don't play football. You don't work out. You don't run around nature like you did when you were a kid. That's the reason why you feel depressed. It's because you think you need to be this all stuck up adult who only does the socially acceptable things. Fuck that mindset. You're here to improve. Fuck the normies. Do you really want to stay like them, or do you want to come join me and the other side? People who actually know that these people, they don't even matter. It's your choice. Do you want to stay there or join me? You know how much my life changed. and the progress that I've made. And you know how horrible the people that are currently like you feel. So it's up to you. And again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get more info on the thing that I'm dropping at the start of October, remember to join my free Discord Brotherhood. Alright, that's it. Put one foot in front of the other.